Sie begeben sich jetzt in den Animus. Was Sie gleich sehen, hören und fühlen, sind die Erinnerungen Ihres Vorfahren, der seit 500 Jahren tot ist.
Warten Sie!
Willkommen bei der spanischen Inquisition.
Were you a fan of the games?
No, I had no idea. I didn't, you know, I'd seen posters and adverts for Assassin's Creed, and I was always quite intrigued. It seemed to be, there's sort of mysterious and dangerous. There was a danger about it. But I didn't really know anything else. So then I, you know, got to meet the guys from Ubisoft. We had lunch in London and they started to explain this universe to me, and I was immediately drawn into it and wanted to be a part of it. From that first meeting, I was on board.
Was that like the perfect excuse to buy all the games and just stay at home and play them?
Unfortunately not, because then we had to go and write a script, so I didn't have so much free time. But I definitely played the games to get an idea, well, first of all, to just see, out of respect to the guys at Ubisoft, to see what they had created, and I was absolutely blown away. I mean, the sophistication of these games, you know, to recreate a city as it was in that time period to the T. I mean, it's their attention to detail and their precision is something that I would hope that we could sort of honor them with in the game as well. I mean, in the movie as well. And also I wanted to get an idea of how the characters moved and to sort of get a feel for that, how the sort of, you know, how the sort of strike maneuver, you know, the strike sort of poses would look.
Was ich da drin sah, hat sich echt angefühlt.
And that's what I liked most. Like you really got the essence of the moves and the running around. So was that quite difficult for you? Is it hard to
run around, roly-polies? It was no, you know, it's not really hard job what we do. It's just long hours, perhaps. It was very hot in Malta. So, you know, with all the gear on, we were constantly soaking. I remember I drank something like, you know, 10 liters of water and I didn't go to the toilet. So it was like, that sort of describes how sort of hot it was, just coming straight out. But, you know, ultimately a lot of fun. You sort of want to make sure that you get the sequences right as well. It was very important for Justin and myself and Ariane, who plays Maria, that we do all the fights ourselves. So we did 95% of the fighting ourselves.
We were looking at all these, you know, action beats within the game. You know, the leap of faith and the parkouring, and then we wanted to kind of embrace slacklining. And the big question was, can you do it? And with the leap of faith, we got Damien Walters, this extraordinary stuntman who's done a lot of falls like this, but had never done a 120-foot fall. So we went out into the middle of the desert and we got higher and higher and higher, and he kept on falling and falling and falling until he got to 120 foot, and it's massive. It's a huge jump. You know, slightly out and you're in really big trouble. And he did it, and it's something I'm very proud of in the film. You know, you can feel the effort and you can feel the broken bones, you know, in the film in regards to those action sequences. So, you know, there was nothing passive about it, you know, with the action. Everyone was truly committed to trying to pull it off as real as possible.
Ich bin hier, Ihnen zu helfen. Und Sie sind hier, mir zu helfen.
Wer sind Sie?
Wir wissen alles über Sie, Callum.
Wir sind auf der Suche nach etwas und Sie sollen es uns beschaffen.
What do you wish people, especially fans of the games, will get out of this movie?
Well, first of all, I hope they're going to be entertained, because that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to make an entertaining movie. I think they're going to love the action sequences. I really hope they're going to enjoy the new characters we've introduced, because that was very important for us, that we could introduce new characters that weren't in the game. And that, you know, we also have a new timeline, a new regression, the Spanish Inquisition, which we thought was a really cool timeline and really fit in well with Templars and Assassins.
And then I hope those that are not familiar with Assassin's Creed are really surprised by how rich the world is, and you know, I think it's a very special game. I think it's unlike any others. It embraces, I think, what it is to kind of be human in a way. And I love the real history in it, and I love the themes in it. And I think that it's kind of, you know, it kind of goes beyond, I think, what most games do. And I think it's why it's so loved.
Wir arbeiten im Dunkeln, um dem Licht zu dienen. Wir sind Assassinen.